All right, and we are back. Joining me in the studio now, Amy Beadle, marketing manager for the city of Springfield at Visit Springfield. Amy, how you doing today?
I'm doing so great, Robert. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited to learn more about what you guys do, learn more about your background. You're nice and close to us down here, downtown Springfield,
just a
mates.
block away. That's
right.
right. That's
So
right.
before we talk about Visit Springfield, let's learn a little bit about you. What's your background, Amy?
I have spent since 1988. I've spent my career in tourism, travel, and hospitality here in Springfield. So it's been great to have that whole entire time here in one city and getting to know everyone and build those resources and connections. So I've been working in this industry for a very long time.
Okay. So in 88, what did that look like? Where were you at?
I started as a travel agent out at Capitol Airport.
Okay.
There was a travel agency inside the airport terminal, and I worked there for them for Franklin Travel as I was finishing high school. And as soon as I graduated, I worked for the airlines out there for a little bit,
cool.
schlepping bags and de-icing planes and
Sure.
all that. People like to say when I tell them I work for the airlines, "Oh, were you a flight attendant?" I was like, "Nope."
Nope.
I was a ramp rat, loading planes and all that good stuff. And then left the travel agency field to one of my clients, actually was the general manager of the Holiday Inn East at the time. Now I'm really going to date myself here. And so he said, "You need to be in the hotel business, hands down. Let's go." And so I went to the Holiday Inn East in the early 90s and had a wonderful hotel career. Spent time there at the Hilton, worked for Court and Karen Khan at the Inn at 835 and Khan's Catering for a while. And then went to the Convention Visitors Bureau, Visit Springfield, where I am now. Left there for an 8-year hiatus to open Scheels and worked for that company for an amazing 8 years of my life, and have been back at the city now in this capacity as marketing manager for about 7.5 years now.
Okay, awesome. I didn't realize you had the Scheels stint there.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yes, it was a stint. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, 8 years. Opened this store, helped them open 5 other stores on the teams for that, and mentored people throughout their company, and just had an amazing time working for them.
Very cool. I know mentoring people within their companies. Scheels is always great. It seems that they're training and education and getting their people where they need to be and trained up and everything. So
yeah, it was not. People would always say, "My gosh, the people that work there are just incredible, and you're so lucky." And I said, "It's not by accident." And I will tell you, that was some of the best 8 years. That was the best 8 years of my life, because I was able to lead in the capacity in the way that I wanted to lead, and their philosophies in the way that they hold their people to certain standards and accountability, and what they do and don't tolerate, and how that makes a company so much better. That culture is really the key to making that place the way it is.
Very cool.
It was an outstanding time.
I bet. So was the Springfield location your first location with them when you got on, and then you went on and did 5 more? Is that?
So they hired me before the store opened here because they wanted a local presence for someone to tell their story, someone in the community that people would trust and respond to. And so obviously, being new, they were having some struggles with people naysaying and being a little bit negative about them coming to town. And I hired on with them right before the store opened, and then served on the leadership team there. I managed all community relations. I managed all of their events. I managed the training center we had there for meetings and caterings. I managed the candy factory and the Jenna's Cafe. So it was a well-rounded retail and food service to go with my hospitality and travel background.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. And then from there, those openings of the other stores were just a travel, hands-on going and helping the event coordinators in those stores. When I started, there was only, I think, 4 of us in the company that did that position. By the time I left, there was, I think, 28 because of the store growth and the position growth. So it was really fun to be a part of.
Yeah, you said their training center up there. I think a lot of people have been up there by now, but they've got a nice training facility up on that second floor. If people haven't been out there, a lot of meeting spaces that you can utilize.
Groups loved it because then they could go on their lunch. And we loved it because they would go to lunch and they would go shop.
Of course.
It was kind of a win-win. So we were the first store in the company to envision and utilize it that way. Based on my other background, I was able to set up protocol and programs so that we could use it as a revenue source as well.
Love it. Love it. So you said you started at the airport right after high school.
Yeah.
In high school, did you think, hey, this is what I want to do? I want to get into tourism and all this, or just fall into place that way?
A funny story is that I moved here my family moved here for my dad's job when I was finishing up being a junior, going to be a senior in high school. We lived in Chicago in the northwest suburbs and moved here to Sherman to go to Williamsville High School, and love that to death. But it was a really rough transition for a lot of reasons, which could be its own podcast. But so I literally was trying to figure out what I could do to fast track getting out of school,
Yeah.
more or less. And our real estate agent knew the person who ran the travel agency and introduced us. And they said, we'd love for you to come and work for us throughout your senior year. We'll train you up to be an agent. And that was back when being a travel agent meant you were like booking ticket. When you had tickets and people used travel agents.
Much different than it is now.
All the young people out there are going to be like, I don't even know what that means. What do you mean a ticket?
What do you mean? You just get online and you do it. That's
you just show up. Yeah, so that's how it started, was just like my own want and desire, not really thinking career minded at that point. And as things happened and still happen in my life today, one thing leads to another. And that, I think, was some of the first moments when I look back that hard work and determination and passion and just giving everything that you have and being dedicated to whatever job you're doing will always produce results of bigger and better things for you. And honestly, a career in hospitality and tourism is one of the best careers for that. Is just work hard and do what you're asked to do when it's needed, and growth and opportunities will come to you. And then here I am today, almost 40 years later, still.
There you go. Still out there getting it. No doubt about
it.
So we have a lot of really great events here locally coming up with Route 66 and everything. We're going to get into some of that, but let's talk about Visit Springfield. Who are you guys? What do you do? Give us the whole thing.
Fantastic. That's my favorite thing to talk about. Visit Springfield is a department of the City of Springfield government body. We are the DMO, which means the Destination Marketing Organization. So we are tasked with marketing our city and all of the things that we have to the world, a small job, in order to get leisure travelers here, vacationers, people coming to see our sites and attractions, meetings, conventions, any of that. So our job is to be out in front of that and inviting people and showing people experiences that they can have here. Our ultimate goal is to fill hotel rooms because we're funded by the hotel motel tax, visitor tax. So every time someone stays in a hotel room, that gives me more money to market our city.
Absolutely.
And so it's a round robin, and the more people that stay, the more we can spend on marketing to get more people to come. So this year's very exciting. We're expecting max capacity of people. Internationals will be in droves because Route 66 and Abraham Lincoln are their two most sought after things they want to do when they come to America. I think we all know they stay 2, 3, 4 weeks, months at a time when they vacation or holiday, unlike us. So we're really anticipating a really nice lift this year. The Scheels Sports Park being open is huge for us. That's another lift of new families coming to spend money, to shop, to eat, to dine, to go to our sites and attractions. So the opportunities are really, outstanding this year. So in the past, we've done about $600 million in economic impact with tourism money spent here in Springfield and Sangamon County, which is pretty significant.
It's a lot,
we're very proud of that. Tourism is a major economic engine in Springfield. And this year, we're just excited to see how much we can top that.
Yeah, because I would imagine it's going to could be significantly higher than that with once Scheels Sports Park is in full capacity and going, and everybody's coming over for that.
Absolutely.
And then all the phenomenal Route 66 stuff that's coming for the 100th year.
And of course, Abraham Lincoln, we always have and always will have him. And the tie in there is just significant because there's a lot of people who want to do both of them. And there's really nowhere else in the country or the world that you can go and see as many Abraham Lincoln sites. And Springfield, as I gave you in that resource, we have so many things to do and see and eat and experience on Route 66. We're really upwards of 50 things here in Springfield to do. So
what are some of the big events or big times of the year where we're getting a lot of people into Springfield?
So typically our season, as we like to call it, would be May through August. And then after the state fair, it would also be then Labor Day weekend for the Springfield Mile and the Mother Road Festival at the end of September. And then after that, it wanes off again. This year, we expected to pick up earlier. We think people will be traveling earlier in the year due to the Route 66 Centennial. We also do a 10-week History Comes Alive program in the summer that's very popular that we market heavily with period actors and things going on 5 days a week for 10 weeks throughout the entire summer. So we see that traffic mostly May to August, but this year we expect it to be picked up even in the slow times that we would normally think about.
Yeah. So you said market heavily. What are some things you guys do to market everything you guys have going on? What are some of the most effective things you guys do, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website's our big key. That's where we build out everything, the vision, the ideas, the itineraries. We make sure that we have all the latest events on there on our event calendar, and just all the restaurants are on there, hotels are on there. It's just a major comprehensive
You guys are one of the
website.
first places I go if I'm ever, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna go to Visit Springfield. That's
Well,
the
that's
first place I'll go. I'll
awesome.
go check that out.
We've been working really hard for everyone to know locally. We want this to be a local resource as well. Of course, we're paid to bring in visitors and we speak to the visitors, but we are get told all the time, local people, we're their go-to as well. So that's awesome because a lot of times people are like, I forgot about that. So our website is huge. There's just a team of 3 of us, myself and Caitlin and Mike, and we do all of the website. We do all of the social media. And then I also do all of the paid advertising. So print ads, digital campaigns, all of the advertising that we do around the United States and internationally as well. Our social media is huge. That's a great way for us to speak with people. And we get a lot of traction on that. I think last year, for example, some of our Mother Road posts, we combined those and we were upwards of 500,000 views and impressions of the posts that we were doing to talk about the Mother Road Festival. So we do have a lot of power behind what we do. And we're very proud of that. And we also want to make sure that we're using it to amplify our partners. We have a lot to cover. And so we like to try to find a big ticket item, and then we will paint out a visual of an itinerary. So if you're coming for the Mother Road, you might also do this on Thursday. Oh, and then stay Sunday and do this Monday. And so we make packages for people to vision themselves here for 2 or 3 days at a time.
Love it. Love it. So you're talking about people coming from not only all across the U.S., but coming internationally here. So what's your marketing plan for them out there, for any other country other than the U.S.? You're talking about marketing to them. What do you guys do?
Most of that is all going to be digital campaigns. That's the most effective way to get to them. So I work with several different companies. We work with TripAdvisor. I work with a company called Sojourn. And then we have some publications in the UK and Germany that we work with directly. And we will target people who have past history of traveling to the United States. We will target people who have inquired, because all the creeping that people do.
You can get
all
that.
the stuff I hate, that's what we do. But they will be people who have recently searched travel to the U.S. or travel to Chicago or somewhere around here, or Route 66, or want to know about Abraham Lincoln. So they can query all of that. And then we direct target them with our digital campaigns, which then clicks back through to that website I was talking about. And then we're able to get impressions and reach and things like that to know how effective those are. And each year we take a look at them and either strengthen them if they're working well or move on to something different. And then also our tourism manager, Darren, he will go with the state. They'll do some what they call sales missions internationally. So they may go to Mexico or Germany or somewhere, and they will meet with travel planners. So the people in the foreign countries who are booking people coming to the U.S. And we'll get in front of them and say, why Springfield? Why Illinois? And we'll make sure that when they're selling people to the United States, they know that they need to come into Chicago as the gateway, because that makes sense, of course, and then make their way down, and that they need to include Springfield so they don't miss us on accident. Yeah,
because I would imagine a lot of times when people internationally are thinking about the middle of the country right here, Chicago is probably one of the big things, and we have to make sure we're attached to that in some way.
And the Office of Tourism does an amazing job with that, including us, as well as other places, of course, in the state. But we do everything possible when they have an opportunity for us to go on a mission, or if they bring a travel writer group here. Last year, we had 125 people come for 3 days just to Springfield on a state's tour through. And we just showed them everything and took them everywhere. And when they left, I know that those people, when they went back home, they're selling Springfield. No one's coming that they're talking to that isn't going to come here, because they just saw everything there was to see. We take those opportunities as well. Sometimes we're able to afford to do those things because the state is generous to set them up, and then we can all tag into them as a partner. Lots of ways that we run. We're a very small, very efficient team working really hard to be the best cheerleaders we can for Springfield.
I love it.
Both locally and all the way to international. Speaking of international, I always think it's a fun fact that people don't necessarily realize that I mentioned that we did like $600 million in Springfield in tourism revenue last year. Additionally, we have had as many as 75 countries sign our guest book at our visitor center.
75 different
countries.
Wow.
So this is what I love to say to people. I like to say that we have to remember, because one of my biggest missions, and has been for the last decade and will continue to be, is to raise the level of pride that we have for our own community, within our community.
No doubt about it.
And I think we're doing that in a lot of different ways. But I always say to people, like, when I tell you that we had that much revenue and that many countries visit us, plus all states, we always have every state represented. I go,
yeah, just
everybody
well, of course we get that.
Of course we do. That's simple. But the country thing, the thing is that these people came here spending their own quality time, their disposable income, because they wanted to, because they love it here. Like, we should also love it here.
No doubt about it.
And so I think it's important. People are always blown away. Why? Because Springfield has so much to offer.
We have a lot of great things.
So many things to offer. Our whole team is just adamant about being out and about anywhere. Like today, thank you. Anywhere we can go out and tell our story and say why Springfield is amazing. We want to do that because we just want that to bleed out and everyone to have that pride.
I'm right there with you. Let's do it. Yeah, I think if you use that as like a trivia question, how many countries came and visited Springfield? I don't think anybody would think 75. Wouldn't be anywhere close to that.
I usually ask that question, and how much revenue do they think tourism brings in? And no one ever comes anywhere close. They'll be like 80 million. I'm like,
no, just a touch light.
We're heading to $1 billion, babe. Let's go.
Right. So with Route 66, what are some of the things that are going to be going on here soon with that?
We're excited. We have a lot of exciting things going on. Some I can talk about and some I can't. We might have to come back later so we can circle back on some of the things. We're really putting kind of the final pin to everything right now. But one thing that a lot of your listeners probably know, Bill Stokes, he's a huge race enthusiast, wonderful timing company, and just very passionate about putting on 5Ks, 10Ks, things of that nature. He is putting on a race, which we are jumping behind to market, the Route 66 Centennial 5K race. And we're so excited about that. It's going to be June 6th, and it's going to be at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. It is going to start and end at the Neon Sign Park, which is fabulous in and of itself.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We have it to where 1 mile of the 5K will be ran on Springfield's fastest dirt mile track.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be so epic. Like, nowhere else can you
go
and run on the fastest dirt mile, because we have it.
Yeah.
So you have to be here. And there'll be an interloop time. He's going to have it worked out. So we'll know who ran the Springfield mile the fastest as well.
Nice.
So there's going to be a lot of competitive spirit out there. And also, little shoes getting dirty, but that's okay, because it'll be super fun. That is up on our website. It's on ready for registration. It's open and ready to go. So that's a huge one. We've got the Bob Waldmeyer exhibit over at the pharmacy. I'm going to go ahead and toss this out because I think it is definite. We haven't started marketing it yet, but we're adding to that a photo exhibit by David Schwartz. He is one of the top photographers on all of Route 66. He actually is going to have 8 of the United States Postal Service Route 66 Centennial collectible stamps are his work.
Very cool.
And he is going to come and display his photography as relates to Springfield Route 66 next to Bob's exhibit at the pharmacy starting April 1st.
That'll be great.
So, so that tag team powerhouse will bring people from everywhere. Those two people, Bob Waldmeyer and David, are iconic for people on the road who love that. So we're very excited about that. We recently put together a new blog about all the giants in Springfield. So Route 66 roadies love to find the giants everywhere, whether it's
I bet they do,
up in Wilmington with the Gemini giant or in the big ketchup bottle. Like, people love big stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. Is it Casey Mill, I think, that has like all the big
Caseyville? I think that's right. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
People love that stuff. And so now with Route 66, it's very iconic to have giants. And so we started piecing together what we have in Springfield, and we have a bunch.
Yeah.
So we have a new blog on our website that shows you where they are and the history of all of them. And we're excited to draw people in for that as well.
Yeah, those are fun. They're still nostalgic too, I think, for people. They're just fun.
Yeah, and adults have fun with them. It's funny. It's like big kid toys.
Right, exactly.
And so those are some of the things that we can talk about right now. the Illinois Route 66 Scenic Byway will be having a huge celebration November 11th, which is the actual birthday of the road. That will be out at Motorheads. It's going to be a conference, an award ceremony, and then an evening kind of party and jam out there that night. So more to come on that. But all year long, there's going to be major things happening, not to mention all the wonderful things we already have happening. And it is the 25th anniversary of the Mother Road Festival.
Oh, I didn't realize
the last weekend. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So 100th of the road and 25th
That's cool.
of the Mother Road. So we're excited. There's a lot of big ticket things coming with that. It's going to be an amazing show this year. We do anticipate that will sell out quickly because of the year that it is, the entertainment that's coming, the stars that are becoming, and all those components. Normally like 1,200 cars. And so we think that we'll hit max capacity and have to even turn people away this year for the festival. So it should be a big year.
It is going to be a big year.
It makes me tired every time I talk about it. We've been planning this for literally 3 solid years, but 5 years really in total, getting ramped up for this year. And it really feels like we've already done it several times. But now we're actually doing it.
It's actually here.
It's actually happening.
There you go.
We're excited about that. But we just want to make it the best that it can for the city. We want to put Springfield in the best light. We want to be the pin on the map. We coin ourselves as the overnight heart of Route 66 in Illinois. Because when you come out of Chicago, by the time you meander your way down, as Route 66 people will do, you're 4 or 5 hours into it, and we're the perfect place to overnight for a couple, 2-3 nights and see everything we have, and then finish your way out.
I guess I've never heard it phrased that way. I like that.
Is
that yours? Is that yours? I like that. That's cool.
My marketing spin on it.
Okay, I love it.
Why do you need to stay?
Yeah, love it. Love it. No, we've got so many great things. Finishing up this year with the Scheels Sports Park. We've got the Women's Baseball League coming. So many cool draws to Springfield.
Yeah, that camp on the summer is going to be really fun. Having the Women's Professional League here for I think it's 10 weeks. It's going to be amazing. That is quite the story. We're excited to tell soon too.
Oh, I bet. Are you guys going to be pushing that out as part of your marketing package, I would imagine?
Absolutely. And I've been working closely with the Carillon Festival. So that moved last year to Memorial Day weekend. It's staying there now.
Okay.
Potentially permanently, but for the foreseeable future. Memorial Day was a very soft period. I had conversations. We love having conversations with our partners and trying to lead them. We have the opportunity to see everything at a very high and comprehensive level, where our partners tend to see everything in their own place. Carlo and I had talked, and he was just lamenting that the first weekend in June, they were struggling with attendance because there's so much going on. It's the first Levitt. It's the first History Comes Alive. It's graduations and And I said, listen, Memorial's a soft weekend. What if we just took 2 or 3 years and we built this as the signature event for Memorial Day weekend? And we start making Springfield a place to be in Memorial Day because of that. And so we moved it, and their attendance was up. Whether, I don't know if it was real or not, we're going to do it again. And that's how you find out, right? You have to stick with things for a minute or two and then find out if it was real. But so those are the kind of things that we love doing, is trying to lead our partners to success, and also allow them to see through our partnerships who maybe they could collaborate with. Like we're seeing overlap, or we're seeing 2 people struggle. Like, what if you were together? Would that make more sense? And just trying to be sure that everything that we're doing is cohesive instead of working against the grain.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't really know how to say that exactly, but
no, we say that a lot on the show here. Communities grow together. So however we can collaborate, partner to help all of us grow, that's the way to go.
Collaboration and consistency are 2 things that are really keys to success, in my opinion, personally and professionally. And I try to emphasize that in respectable way and respectful ways the best I can, because we see so much. And we're able to really see where those disconnects are happening, and just propose and introduce and connect people to say, maybe if you guys had this conversation, we've seen some of that work out well. So
no doubt about it. Any other strategies you've seen or used, or anything we can do to continue that community growth together?
I think just everyone being really open-minded. We live in a very different place than we lived in 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And I just really feel like the best way that we can help ourselves is being advanced planned, having a vision of what we want to do, utilizing conversations with other organizations such as ours. I just offer myself, like, where do I go to get this information? What am I competing against? Doing your due diligence. There's so much work that goes into success, especially when you're talking about events and community events. And there's so many downfalls that you can hit if you're not doing your due diligence. And so I think coming to the right people, bringing the right people to the table early, and then also thinking outside the box. Just because we didn't do it that way before doesn't mean that you can't do it that way now.
Right.
And who can work together? Collaboration, again, I don't want to keep going back to that word, but
it's key, though. It really
crucial.
is.
No one has the resources, financial, bodies, otherwise. So what if we came together and made bigger and better things happen? And we don't slice the pie into slivers, but we leave those big, huge chunks. I love pie. Big, huge chunks of pie together.
And just keep expanding the pie. Make a bigger pie.
Make a bigger pie, like the Sam's Club pie.
Just ding, ding.
But yeah, there's just a lot there. We just have to be open-minded, and we have to be okay not being afraid to collaborate. Competition is good. I'm all about a good, healthy competition, but it doesn't have any place in collaboration. Right. And the things that we've seen, I've seen throughout the years, is when you collaborate and you don't have a negative competitive edge, and you don't have an ego to have to be the one who's in charge or in the lead, or it has to all be mine. When we lose that mindset, everyone succeeds, and things can be so much more beneficial for everybody.
No, completely agree.
I think that's where we should move forward, and we are moving forward in those conversations. But it's just honestly the key in doing events for my whole career and my whole life is we got to plan stuff ahead of time.
Oh yeah, because events can be difficult
because
to get people out and going and have a truly successful event, that they can be difficult.
And if you want tourism draw, which is what we want, we always say a 45-day minimum, 60-day is ideal for us to be able to market something to get someone to plan a trip here. Yes, we all go, let's go here this weekend,
right,
but not 5 or 6 hours away typically. Right. And the more things that we have in advance, we're able to build out that vision of what a weekend looks like. Come Thursday and go to Levitt Amp, then go to History Comes Alive on Friday. Then Friday night, you can go to the Carillon Summer Series concert, and then you can do this and this. And all of a sudden, you're like, we've spent 3-4 full days in Springfield, and there was like this huge variety of stuff.
Had an awesome time.
And then we can also help you with where all you need to eat, because that's our other favorite thing to talk about is food.
No doubt about it.
Or my favorite thing, I should say.
Yeah. You have a favorite food? Have a favorite Springfield item that you like?
Gosh, so many things. I suppose it would start with mellow cream donut.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you usually see all my food. I haven't done that in a while, though. I need to get back to that. I have so many favorites. I'm a big fan of Made. That's really good. The Wonelli Pizza at Westwood Lodge is one of my favorites.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty much any food. I'm not picky.
So throughout all your time in hospitality and tourism, the whole thing, the time at Scheels, any other strategies that you've used for more on the business growth side?
But really just recently, we launched the Tourism Academy, which is Tourism Ambassador online course. And that has been a great strategy. So it took me a long time, close to a year, to put it together. And then we launched that last year and relaunched it in January. And what I love about that strategy is it allowed us to take the resources that we have, do some interviews of some local partners, as well as some other training things that were provided to us by Learn Tourism, which is the group we worked with to put it together. And it's a free online course. We can have as many registrations as we want. It's unlimited. It's a hop in, hop out. So as people have time, they can pop in, take a few of the lessons, jump out. When they're done, they get a certification that says that they're a tourism ambassador for Springfield. And what that means is you've taken the time to learn more about your city.
Sure.
Again, it's back to the pride thing. What is there to do? People that have lived here their whole lives have contacted me and said, I did that and I didn't know X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And so there's some video components. At the end, there's a book reference, a list for some great leadership books. There's segments in there on customer service, how to handshake, all kinds of things for every level of employee. We just wanted to do something like that to say we're doing everything we can to raise the level of friendliness, customer service. Of course, that ties back to our customer service association that I've been on the board of since that started. And it was a great tie-in for us to be able to have a resource that we can push into people's businesses that doesn't take a facilitator there on site for, because that's really hard for any of us to do. Just want people to take that course and just leave that course feeling like they have a couple of key things to sharpen their customer service and their friendliness.
I love it. I'm gonna get on there and do it. I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna get on there and do it. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people in Springfield that probably don't realize everything that they could be doing out there. I'm surprised every time I talk, been here this long, you've never done this or never done that. Check that stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, our website is really the place to go and you just cruise around. If you've got time, just get in there, and I guarantee you'll find things, especially on our blogs. You'll find things that you had no idea existed. Right now we have a great Black History Month blog, and we've populated any events that are happening around town for that celebration this month. And so we just try to be very in tune to what's happening. We try to have a variety so that anyone who is thinking about visiting, there's something here for everyone. You have architecture with the Dana Thomas House, with the old state capitol, the new capitol. You have performing arts like crazy. We have so many high quality performing arts in Springfield.
No doubt about it.
So that's its own segment. And I always say that my job is, as a marketing manager for here, is both a nightmare and a dream, because it's a dream to have this much stuff, but it can also be very difficult to try to fit that into a marketing plan.
Right.
So again, we do that via mentioning multiple things together to create that vision of why stay for a few days.
Love it. Stay for a few days. Stay for a month. However long. Let's come on.
Being a Thrive ally for SSGA.
That's right.
Stay here forever.
Come on. Let's go. Just join us.
Play, visit.
That's right. Join us in Springfield. Come on. So you mentioned the Customer Service Association. I know you're highly involved in that from the beginning of it. So anybody that hasn't heard of SILSA, tell us a little bit about SILSA.
Sure. So we just last year celebrated 10 years, which is incredible. I can't believe that we've done this for 10 years. We started in July of 2015 with a concept. So a few people were like, do we think this is needed? We all are full-time professionals, and we just wanted to do something to raise the level of customer service in our community. Like, we saw that as a need, and we felt very passionate about it. Then we realized maybe we should ask a few more people to see if it was a need.
Sure.
And so we invited all of our networks out to Panther Creek July 15th of 2015 and said, just come out. We want to talk to you guys about something and see what you think. And people were like, where do we sign up? This is amazing. So from that day, fast forward to now, we have over 250 members. We put on 3 national keynote speaker events a year.
Yep.
We do a local speaker event. We do so many networking and fun reception things, just connecting the community. Our members mostly say they love the networking opportunities and the high quality of training that we provide them. Every speaker we book, we tell them the number one thing is you need to speak to all levels, from CEO down to the front desk. And then we also need you to provide them tangible takeaways in their pocket that they can go back and institute immediately when they get back. So we're very, very specific with our speakers about what we're looking for. Not just motivation and raw, but we want hardcore stuff.
Some strategies. Let's give us some actionable stuff that we could take away.
So our goal is always to make Springfield the friendliest city in Illinois. We also created the WOW Award, which is a quarterly award that we take nominations from anyone. You do not have to be a member to nominate or win. Community-wide, Capital Media Group and CapitalCityNow.com are our sponsors, so they push that out on the radio waves everywhere.
Such a cool program.
It is so fun. Oh my gosh, my favorite days of the year are when we get to go present the WOW Awards to the winners. It's just fantastic. And what we do with that is just amplify that person and their winning in order for people to see, I want that. I want to be that person. And just to encourage other people to want to be a WOW Award winner by the actions that they're seeing. I think our most viral person was Bernadette at the McDonald's on South 6th Street. Oh my gosh, she still gets nominated every quarter, at least one, if not multiple nominations. But talk about an experience to give someone like that this award. And we come in full force. There's 6, 8, 10 of us that come in dressed to the nines. Where's Bernadette? Trophy, plaques. Their business gets a plaque. Their business gets a membership for a year. They're on our social. They're on our website. We just really make sure that they know that what they did, and most of them say, because this is how people are that have that instinct, I'm just doing my job.
Just doing my job.
And what am I doing? But ever since we gave Bernadette that award, like, everyone in Springfield's like, I know her. I go there every day just for her. I live on the other side of town, but I go to that McDonald's just to see Bernadette.
Love it.
We call it the Bernadette factor. She's like our goat when it comes to the WOW.
That's what Michael Thomas was saying too. Yeah, because I was talking to him about that, and he's talking about Bernadette, and I was like, "And you guys might have to do like a lifetime achievement award or
That's
something."
what I said, that same
You
thing.
might
I'm
just
like,
have to
"Who's getting
figure out
that?"
something for that.
Yeah. And then last year it's just such a blessing. So we took a chance and we decided to do a half-day conference last October in celebration of our 10-year. Had Jack Stallman come back, which is one of our best keynotes, and did a half a day at the Crown in the afternoon of breakouts, local speakers for breakouts, and we had over 200 people show up and give us their afternoon, and it was amazing. So it's truly one of those things that if you build it, they will come, and if you do it well, they'll keep coming. During the pandemic was a great example. I don't know if Michael talked about that, but I think that's when we realized that, which would have been about 5 years in, we offered every member, because we collected dues in January, and of course,
Yeah,
we
then
did
everything
nothing.
gone.
We said we will return we contacted everyone and we said, we're happy to return your dues, or we can just roll them over and to 2021.
Yeah.
Everyone said, nope, and bill me next year too.
Mhm.
We want this group to survive. We want to support this group, and we don't want anything to happen where this might go away. And we were all just proud and dumbfounded at the same moment to say, wow, this is really great. So our members are amazing, and they recruit members for us. And we have an advisory committee to help us work through some of the things that we need to get done, because it just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a source of pride and something that I will forever be grateful to be a part of.
Yeah, no, I definitely recommend anybody out there not involved get involved, because I think I've been involved for 3 or 4 years. I've been coming to events,
Yeah.
and you're talking about members recruit. Todd Bringett is the first one. He was the one who invited me to an event one day, and it was one out at Panther Creek. Actually, it was when the former CEO of Memorial.
Sure. Charles Callahan.
Yes.
Dr.
Yeah.
Callahan.
I think that was my first event that I went to, and I've been going to them ever since.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It just grows, and we do try to actively recruit people, our board members and advisory, just in our conversations. But it's really grown organically, and sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. We got to do a membership drive. I'm like, who? Like, no, we just grow by our reputation and by the quality that we're providing people, and I think that's okay. Everybody wants to be bigger and better, but realistically, again, we're all volunteers that run this.
Right.
And we hope, especially putting on a half-day conference, I'm like, wow, that was a lot of work.
Mhm.
And even a keynote is a lot to put together. And I think the way it grows is fantastic. We just want people to know that we're here. And we always invite people to join us, try us out. Very rarely do people come try us out and don't become a member.
I would
we're
imagine.
fine with that.
Yeah.
As our next event is February 26th.
Yeah, it's coming up here real soon.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. So anyway, it just building that reputation for ourselves has led us to the success that we have. And I think that's key in general for anything that you do, is building your own reputation and letting people know that you're consistent, that you're there, and that you're going to follow up and follow through on what you say you're going to do. And
certainly
success will follow you.
Yeah. So we talked a lot of great business stuff. Let's flip over to the personal side. What are some ways you elevate your life personally?
Really just, I enjoy, it's odd. I know I'm stumbling with that, but I think it's because everything melds together.
It does.
I don't know where my business life and my personal life, I'm
the same way. I completely get it.
Where do I stop and where do I start? Honestly, I enjoy so much of what I do professionally that it rolls into my personal well-being as well. And personal wise, I think just getting that equal balance has become really important to me, as far as being work balance, life balance, quiet time balance, time to reflect, time to plan, time to just say, okay, I just need a minute, because it's high energy. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I'd like to say being me is not easy. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. It's super easy. But I really have to stop and check that stuff sometimes, because I get running way too hard in one direction or the other. But for me, my personal balance is giving back to my community, volunteering, whether it be with SILSA or the United Way or the other organizations that I serve. Sometimes people ask, like, how do you do so much? You can find the time to do what matters to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't do anything that I don't commit myself fully to. So if I'm going to be committed to something, I want to make a difference. I want to walk away from that feeling good about it. And so that bleeds through to professional, because then people know you, you're building your network, you're building your resources and your connections. But then personally, it also helps me to be seen as someone who cares about our community. I do not want to talk the talk. Like, I want to walk the walk, right? If I ask you, I think that's the biggest thing for me is I've always tried to say, I'm not going to ask you to do something, be a part of something, or back something that I'm not already doing or involved in or backing. I think this is very important. And I don't sit on things in name only. If I'm there, and I take great pride in that. And I've been given a lot of wonderful opportunities to do that. And then I love spending time, also just mentoring other people and sharing my experiences and just being there for them. I love my walking. Big walker. I don't run. I don't run, but I like to walk.
I'm a walker too. I'm not a runner. I love to walk.
Time in the park, walking, what have you. And I'm a big foodie, so I like to eat a lot too. So a lot of times you find me walking or eating, or eating while I'm walking. Sometimes.
It's interesting. You talk about kind of the blending of the personal and the professional. I found that a lot of people that have sat in that chair that are high achievers, that are great at what they do, they're passionate, have that purpose-driven life. That's what it is. It's
you
all
can't separate it.
It's not this and this. It's all encompassing.
And I tell a lot of people that too, especially younger people that I talk to. Depending on what you want to do and where you want to set yourself and what you want your leadership or your stature in the community to look like, you have to give some stuff up. Like, you have to realize that there is no separation of person and being. Like, it's all one thing. And it's hard sometimes. And you have to just remember that no matter where you are or what you're doing, you're accountable for that in every way, shape, and form. And it may not be, it might not be like you're getting in trouble or you're losing your job or anything, but you're losing credibility and respect and integrity within the community if you're not doing things consistently. And so I think that's really important, because I think sometimes people think, I can do this over here because I'm not working and then it's my social media account or whatever. And I'm like, it doesn't really work that way. No. So in the end, it will affect you. And I think integrity is really big, and being able to be counted on, and knowing that I just want people to think of me as someone who's a resource, a trusted resource, and a connector. That's probably my favorite part of my life right now, is having people call and ask me a question or need something, and I can either help them immediately or I commit to them that I will give it thought. And it never fails that when I go for a walk later of an evening, or I'm sitting quietly with nothing on my mind, I'll be like, that's it. And I absolutely love, because again, I wish that more people would be open to collaborations, unique thoughts. So I love those things when I can call back and be like, did you think about this? And the simple things to me to think about and to like brainstorm, because my brain works very different than a lot of people's, just from what I've done. The simple things to me that I think, I know you've already thought of this, but what about this? And then just like floored.
No, actually haven't thought about that.
No concept of it whatsoever. And I'm like, how's this? But to me, it's basic, but to them, it's not. And what they do is not basic to me. And I have a great respect for, I don't do math. I don't enjoy any of that kind of stuff. But I have a different mind that can be useful. And just finding those people that you can synergize with. I think the whole analogy of surround yourself with people who have strengths that are your weaknesses is so important. And I am open to, I don't have to be the smartest. I'm not, and I don't need to be the smartest person in the room. And when the time is right, then I will add my piece. And it usually ends up being more significant than I think it's going to be. So I love that. And just spending time with people who are great thinkers. I just love spending time with people who are great thinkers or have the desire to change things in a positive way, and just start talking about how things could look different.
No, I love the word connector for you. I don't know you well, but by your reputation and the interactions that I've had with you, I think that's what you do. I feel like you just connect.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And it is really the thing that I love the most. I love doing it. And I'm always humbled when people say that because it is something that is just a great source of pride to me to know so many people and to be trusted by those people that when I connect to people, they're like, okay, I got to call that person because she said I had to, like, it must be something.
Right.
And so I try not to make false connections either.
Sure.
And I never make promises on anybody's behalf, but sometimes I just see things and I have that beauty of being in so many different sectors and I've been around for so long in various different ways that I'm so blessed with the amount of people that I know and recently found out it's just that village is incredible.
Yeah.
And I want to share that with everybody. I always make sure. And it's crazy to me when I'll be at an event and I'll be talking with someone and someone else will walk up and I'll go, oh, you guys know each other, right? And they're like, no. I'm like, how do you not know each other? And then next thing I know, they're having their own conversation and they've come up with some way that they need one another. And it's just like, I just walk away and go, bye.
Love it.
I love
awesome.
it. I love it. I think that's great. And then again, mentoring the younger people in our community is so important because we need them.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be around forever. And I love to see the vibrancy of the youth in our community that's forthcoming. It's going to be really exciting. So.
I agree. Well, Amy, so much great stuff today. I always like to end with these last couple of things. Let's give the audience a piece of advice, one on the personal side, one on the professional side, to help folks elevate their life or business.
On the professional side, I would say let's open our minds to collaboration. When you're thinking about doing something, think, who else could I bring into this with me? How could I strengthen what I'm planning to do? And am I planning far enough ahead? That's my advice. And I could go through all kinds of things, but I'm specifically speaking about events and things that you want to do to uplift the community. And on a personal side, years ago, someone had shared with me, I think it might have been Desiree Lagazin, a phrase that Tom Gill said at one point. And he said, Springfield is not a spectator sport.
Love it.
And ever since I heard that, it has stuck with me for years. And I've said it many times, giving him credit. And I think that's personally for me how I feel. Like, we can't just sit and have opinions and complain or be upset or disappointed in what's happening around us. It's not a spectator sport. Get out and do something about it. What do you want to change? Find the organization and the vehicle. Call me and I'll help you find the organization or vehicle, and let's uplift it and change it together. But you can't be a spectator. It just doesn't work that way in Springfield. Everyone, we're too small. We all have to put our hands in and lift at the same time. So
there we go. You might have just answered this question then as well. Is there anything?
Sometimes I do that.
Is there anything we can do community wide to help all of us here elevate Springfield and the surrounding communities?
I think that, as well as the Tourism Academy, that was our whole gist behind that, is how do we raise up our city and the level of understanding. And then I would say just look for those opportunities. We can all be positive, have a positive attitude about ourselves and our community, and get out and experience all that is Springfield. I truly believe that if you get out and do the things that are happening in our community, whether it's performing arts, a musical concert, a craft fair, whatever you want to do. Our website has something for everyone. Most months we have between 90 and 125 events a month.
Wow.
So when you say there's nothing to do in Springfield, please don't say it to me.
Exactly.
But I always say, call me. You can call me directly. We can vet through those events and see if there is not something there maybe that you could get out to. Go out and experience the community because you'll have a whole different outlook on it.
Come on. Love it. Tell everybody again where they can go to find out more information about Visit Springfield.
Visit SpringfieldIllinois.com is our website. And please follow us on social media at Visit Springfield, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And we have a YouTube channel too with a whole bunch of fun videos.
Love it.
And
Amy,
tag us when you're out and about.
No doubt about it. Do it. Amy, appreciate you spending some time with me. That was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. We're going to let Amy get back to elevating Springfield here locally and all around the world. But for the rest of y'all, we'll be right back.